You're doing too much and wondering why your art and artistry feels thin. You're working constantly, but finishing almost nothing, at least at the level that you want it to be. And the hard truth is that your creativity doesn't need more effort and force. It needs more space. That's how creativity works within the human body and brain. Let's talk about why doing less might be the most productive thing you can do as an artist ever. Welcome to the Healthy, Wealthy, Wise Artist podcast, where artists of all kinds come to fuel their passion, sharpen their skills, and thrive in their creative lives. I'm your host, Lara Bianca-Pilcher, life and creativity coach and fellow artist, here to support you on your artistic journey. Whether you're a performer, writer, visual artist, or any kind of artist, this is the space for real talk, practical advice, and inspiring stories. Subscribe and join us each week for more inspiration and actionable insights to fuel your artistry. Let's dive in and get inspired. Welcome back to the Healthy, Wealthy, Wise Artist podcast, the podcast for dancers, actors, singers, writers, visual artists, and all creatives navigating the real-life challenges in this saturated world, making art and building a sustainable creative life in this noisy world. I'm your host, Lara Bianca-Pilcher, ICF professional certified coach and working multifaceted artist. And I have to tell you, this episode is for every artist who feels like they're always behind, always busy, always pushing and never quite finishing or never quite getting what you want out of your artistry. Because the truth is, more effort doesn't always mean more impact. You wake up with a massive to-do list. You might record a reel. You might submit an application, edit your manuscript, send another self-tape, post to socials, email that person, do that dance choreography section that you need to do for your college project. I don't know. Do outreach, rehearse. You're doing all the things, attending a lesson here and there, but nothing feels done. This is performative productivity, and it's draining your creative power, and I will break this down for you. So, real story, I worked with a client, and I'm going to change their name to just David. It's not David, but just for privacy reasons. A brilliant artist, a father juggling 3 creative projects. He felt pulled in every direction, constantly overwhelmed, and none of the projects were actually getting to where he wanted them to be. And what changed things is that he actually took 2 of the 3 projects off the table completely, just benched them. And within weeks, the one he focused on was finished, and it was powerful in his life. Sometimes the answer isn't to push harder, it's to clear the path so that you can do your best work. This isn't about doing nothing. It's about clarity, and it's about doing what matters most and letting go of the guilt around not doing it all. And this was true for me with writing my book. During that time, there was many things that I wanted to be doing, and I had to just clear my life in order to focus on the major project and get that book done. And that happens, whatever context, this is very common. So many things actually mean that often we don't finish. Less means fewer creative obligations, deeper creative presence, a slower pace that leads to real progress. Minimalist creativity is a mindset. You stop trying to prove your worth with output and you start trusting your process and your timing where it's applicable and where you can. So for me, sometimes I might, in the middle of writing the book, a self-tape would come in. Well, that's a very big top priority for me, my acting work. And in that moment, it's like, okay, I have to clear the book today. I have to let that go because that timeline was more flexible. But this deadline is like screaming at me. And on those days, I was like, that is my only focus today. I'm not going to try and write and do that. And for me, that's a multifaceted artist's life. But it might be for you some event that you have on, or something at work, or something that you're juggling. And where you can clear the plate in order to achieve that creative goal, it is so worth it, my friends. It is so worth it. Take it from someone who's been through this the wrong way and the right way. The hustle culture, I live in America. I've never seen anything quite at the level of the hustle culture here, and Americans know it too. I've lived in England and I've lived in Australia. We work hard there, but this is a different level of hustle culture. When you look at hustle culture, so much of it is trying to prove your worth. And you want to really break down, why am I hustling so hard? Is it because this project needs it, my art needs it, or is it because there's something in my psychology that needs to prove that I'm worthy? And that's what I'm talking about here. Clearing the slate and saying, this artistic expression in me is worth it, and I'm worth it, and I don't need to prove anything. By juggling all these things, I just need to focus on this one thing. So steps to do less and create better. Let's shift our focus. Number 1, like I said, choose a single focus. Pick one creative priority for the next 2 weeks. Just one. Finish it or give it a real amount of time and let the others wait where you can. Number 2, set creative off hours. Schedule time where you're not thinking about your art, because the rest fuels clarity. Unless, of course, you're the opposite, where all you do is rest. And that procrastination can actually be fear dressed up as perfectionism. So go back an episode or 2 and you will be able to unlock what's going on there. Number 3, say no to extra projects. Yes, even the shiny opportunities, if they're not actually what you really want, if it divides your attention, it can delay your progress on the creative goals that you really have. And 4, measure depth, not quality. And so to do that, you say, instead of, did I do enough today? Ask, did I give something meaningful of my energy today to my art? It's a totally different way of looking at it. So I often feel like I haven't done enough. So this has been a good mental reframe for me. Did I give something meaningful to my artistic goals of my energy today towards those? So just to recap, number 1, choose a single focus. 2, set creative off hours. 3, say no to the extra projects that you don't really want deep down. They're just shiny and distracting. And 4, measure depth, not quality. That's saying, instead of did I do enough, did I give something meaningful of my energy today towards my art? Okay, if this episode is hitting home, if you're feeling stretched too thin and unsure where you should focus, and that is so common with artists, they just lack clarity and it's all blurry and they hit this place of overwhelm because there's just too much happening, you're not alone. That's why I created my free guide, Stuck in a Creative Rut. It's a simple, powerful tool to help you reconnect with your creativity and start moving with momentum again. You can download it at larabiancapilcher.com. You'll find it there, or you can go to larabiancapilcher.com/freebie, and there's 3 different things you can download for free there, and there's also a link in the show notes. And if you need help building creative momentum, I offer professional one-on-one coaching for artists just like you. Head to my site, larabiancapilcher.com, for more information. So more recently in the episodes, going back a few now, I've started just putting in a little Creative Spark weekly challenge. And this week, your Creative Spark is simple. Pick one creative project. Let the rest wait. Put a sticky note on your wall with its name on it. Decide how many days this week you're going to give to just that. And let the guilt of doing less go. That project might be a dance reel that you wanted to create. It might be a section of your book that you decide, I'm going to clear the slate and just do that in my evenings or my mornings. It could be that you've been wanting to make some fun, submissions, just to kind of, what I call it, throwing the net wide and just put your self-tapes out there and apply to some out-of-the-box projects maybe that you've found on your acting websites that you subscribe to. Maybe they're not fun, maybe they're serious. But either way, focus on that one thing that's sort of at the back of your to-do list and never gets done. Because doing less isn't lazy. It's liberating. Let me tell you, when you actually focus on one thing, you're going to feel so liberated. You don't need to prove yourself through productivity. Yes, work hard. Yes, achieve much, but just be so careful of the way that you're doing it psychologically. And if you need help with that, of course, get the help you need to work out what's going on for you. You are not your to-do list. You are not your output. You are an artist with something powerful to say and to offer the world. And you don't need to burn yourself out to prove it. So you can grab my free guide, Stuck in a Creative Rut, larabiancapilcher.com. And coming up next week, we're going to dive into finding your creative rhythm and working at your own pace and in your own process. And you're going to love that because it's all about managing your workflow, and it leads on beautifully from where we are today. All right, until then, slow it down. Go deeper into your artistic practice, not wider. Focus. You've got this. I'm with you on the journey, friends. I'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in to the Healthy, Wealthy, Wise Artist podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss an inspiring conversation or actionable insight. You can read the show notes and learn more at larabiancapilcher.com. And be sure to share this episode with fellow artists who could use a little extra inspiration. Until next time, keep creating, stay audacious, and remember, your artistry matters.